team talking sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that was in my live stream. Obviously, we talked about this signing when it happened, but I was live when it happened, so I said I would make a video after the fact as the New York Giants make their 5th free agent acquisition, that, of course, being Cam Flemming, formerly of the Dallas Cowboys. Also was drafted by the New England Patriots back, I think, in 2013 or 14. He's been in the league for a number of years. He's going to be 27, probably 28 when the season kicks off. So, Flemming, I mean, the New York Giants clearly needed some depth here on the offensive line. There's no doubt about it. Will he be a starter? I'm not too sure. He's made 26 career starts over the course of his career. He stands at 6'6", 320 pounds. He is known predominantly to be a good run blocker from everything that I've heard. And he's a guy that has experience on both the left and the right side. So he certainly will bring some depth and versatility to this New York Giants offensive line, similar to a guy like Gates, who a lot of people said may try out for center. I like the signing, and it's another short-term deal. The other thing I want to express with this signing, much like a lot of the signings, you look at the Green Bay linebackers that we've brought in. Both of them obviously had some familiarity with the coaching staff. Patrick Graham was the linebacker coach for both of them. And it's the same thing here in two different locations. Joe Judge, of course, was a special teams coach with the New England Patriots for a number of years. Well, Flemming was with the Patriots up until 2 years ago. He spent the last 2 years with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, of course, with the Dallas Cowboys, our offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett, was the head coach. With the Cowboys, Will Flemming was there, along with our offensive line coach, Mark Colombo. So once again, I don't think Dave Gettleman had all say in these acquisitions. I think it was definitely a collaboration with the coaching staff. They went over, they had a clear approach as to which free agents they wanted to attack. Because you look at all the guys they've brought in, they've all played with some of the coaches that are on this football team. And obviously the coaches evaluated these players and thought that they could fit best in the schemes that they plan to run. Flemming, like I said, we don't know if he's going to be a starter or not, because I still think that the New York Giants, even if they don't take a tackle in the first round, I would think would look to target one at least in the second. And that more than likely would probably be your starting right tackle, being that Nate Solder will probably remain on at the left side, being that he makes as much money as he does. I think Solder will probably be off the team after this season. But Flemming is certainly an interesting acquisition, and it fits the mold in terms of length of contracts. It is another short-term contract that's only a one-year deal. The New York Giants see the salary cap going up next year, and they're going to have a lot of space to try to extend potentially players like Saquon Barkley, along with bringing impact players onto the roster as this team looks to build. This will be a building year. We have a lot of young talent on this football team that we hope gets a lot better with this coaching staff, and that is what Joe Judge has expressed. He wants these guys to be teachers. He wants these guys to get players on all the levels to get better, and hopefully Flemming could only add to that. It adds depth to this offensive line that we certainly needed. Would I have liked to have added a definitive starter in this free agency period? In an ideal world, yes. I said time and time again, I would have liked McGovern, the center. I never thought that we were going to get the top tier guys. McGovern signed for 3 years, $27 million. We'll decide, we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do in terms of the center position, whether it's address it in the draft. There's a number of guys we could take in the second or the third round, or we attempt to move Gates over to that position. But yeah, there's a number of things that the New York Giants could do, but they should only add to it. I like the pickup. For nothing else, we get some depth, and it's something that we needed. And maybe he could compete for a starting position, even if we do draft the guy, say, in the second round. He may be better prepared to be the starting lineman to start the season. And we got to make sure that Daniel Jones stays on his feet. He obviously is going to replace the void that should be left by Mike Remmers, the offensive tackle that we brought in from the Minnesota Vikings last year. That was kind of, I guess you could say, satisfactory. He was about what I would have expected. This guy's known to be a good run blocker, something that we've needed. That's something that you've seen consistently here, too. They brought in a tight end that was known to be a good run blocker, and now they bring in an offensive lineman that's known for the same thing, who could bring some versatility if somebody goes down. So there you have it. New York Giants bring in another offensive lineman as they continue to build this roster on short-term contracts with younger players in free agency. As always, guys, if you like what you watch, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.